This is how you make a narcissist think twice before manipulating you. Welcome back to another episode. It's always great to have you here. And for those of you joining for the first time, a warm welcome to the channel. Your support is what keeps this space alive, so thank you for subscribing and hitting that notification bell. It truly means a lot. Now, let's jump right into today's topic. Narcissists are especially dangerous because they view people not as individuals, but as tools to serve their personal agendas. To them, others are nothing more than means to an end, temporary and replaceable. When someone refuses to play that role or resists their influence, it deeply unsettles the narcissist. What they fear most is someone they can't manipulate, someone who doesn't bend to their control. These individuals are seen as threats, roadblocks to domination, and narcissists will go out of their way to avoid or discredit them. The moment a narcissist is denied access to what they desire, be it attention, praise, or power, they become reactive and volatile. Any loss reminds them of the one thing they can't stand, that they aren't in full control. It's a fear that's always bubbling under the surface. Only someone who embodies all the traits a narcissist despises can truly push them to their limits. Before we explore what those traits are, a big thank you to everyone who has watched so far. Your time and presence here are truly appreciated. Let's get into it. Here are some key traits and behaviors that narcissists absolutely cannot stand. If you display even a couple of these and stay composed, you'll likely drive the narcissist away faster than you think. 1. People who honor their boundaries and don't tolerate being pushed around. Narcissists hate when they meet someone who knows their limits and isn't afraid to enforce them. These individuals don't allow themselves to be micromanaged, manipulated, or guilt-tripped. They're confident in their decisions and will assert themselves with clarity and confidence. When a narcissist tries to exert control and gets hit with a firm no, it triggers rage. They see it as defiance and a blow to their power. And once they realize they can't cross your lines, they'll often try to discredit or undermine you to regain a sense of superiority. 2. People who are bold and unafraid to challenge them. These are individuals who don't back down when confronted. They'll call out lies, expose manipulation, and hold the narcissist accountable. They see through the facade and don't hesitate to speak the truth, even when it's uncomfortable. This kind of fearless presence keeps narcissists on edge. It's hard for them to relax or feel in control around someone who can't be deceived. Just the thought of being around such a person is enough to make a narcissist anxious or irritated. This person isn't the least bit impressed by the narcissist's inflated ego or attention-seeking behavior. They don't fall for the narcissist's theatrics or carefully crafted stories. Unlike others who might easily be drawn in, these individuals question what they see and don't buy into the grandiose self-image the narcissist tries to project. Praise and recognition aren't handed out easily. They come only after careful observation and real evidence of character. They're not quick to build new connections or expand their social circles without good reason. A friendly face and polished appearance aren't enough to earn their trust. Genuine connection takes more than surface-level charm. Since narcissists are known to exaggerate their accomplishments and seek admiration, these kinds of people make them feel insignificant by simply not playing along. Ironically, narcissists often try to make others feel small and irrelevant, but around these individuals, that tactic backfires. They're the ones who end up feeling unimportant. What makes it worse for the narcissist is that these people see through them clearly and make a conscious choice to keep their distance. They avoid interactions unless absolutely necessary. Narcissists may not invite them into their space, and the feeling is mutual. Instead of engaging, these individuals may grey rock the narcissist, responding with minimal emotion or interest, or outright ignore them. This lack of attention or validation can easily provoke a narcissist's anger. 5. Someone who outshines the narcissist, whether through success, wealth, or influence. Anyone who has what the narcissist lacks, be it a thriving career, a stable relationship, or a better quality of life, becomes a source of resentment. For example, the narcissist might be single while the other person enjoys a happy marriage. Or while the narcissist struggles financially, others may own property, travel freely, or enjoy privileges they can't attain. Even the smallest differences, like owning a car, getting recognition, or having loyal friends, can be enough to make a narcissist spiral into jealousy and bitterness. At their core, narcissists can't stand seeing others succeed, especially in areas where they feel lacking. It eats away at them and fuels a deep, silent rage they often try to hide but can't fully suppress. Number 6. Someone who embraces their individuality and expresses themselves freely. People with a strong sense of self aren't swayed by what others think of their lifestyle, passions, or personal choices. They don't seek validation for how they look or what they enjoy. For them, happiness comes from being true to themselves and living life on their own terms, not from fitting into someone else's mold. Narcissists, who often thrive on control and envy, find these free-spirited individuals extremely unsettling. Their light-hearted, content nature is something narcissists simply can't relate to. In fact, they find it deeply irritating. When they see someone radiating real joy, joy that doesn't come from external approval, it's like holding up a mirror to everything they lack. The fact that a person like this can laugh, shine, or take up space without needing to dominate the room is enough to make a narcissist feel threatened. Worse still, if that same person is humble enough to admit mistakes or speak candidly about right and wrong, the narcissist's fragile ego takes a serious hit. Narcissists love to be the center of attention, constantly talking themselves up and spinning tales that make them seem larger than life. They're often found gossiping, complaining, or stretching the truth to build themselves up. So when someone walks into the room and captivates others with authenticity, no lies, no performance, it feels like a direct threat. That's why narcissists fear people with genuine character. Realness exposes their fakeness. A person with integrity doesn't have to brag or manipulate to earn trust. They just are who they are, consistently and confidently. And when others recognize and value that, it only amplifies the narcissist's insecurity. People like this naturally draw others in. They're honest, clear in their intentions, and reliable in their actions. Narcissists, who are used to dealing in deception, can't understand how someone could live so transparently. It shakes their worldview, where everything is seen as a game or a performance. When confronted with such authenticity, narcissists tend to withdraw. They feel exposed, uncomfortable, and outmatched. And because these individuals often recognize narcissistic behavior quickly, they become too risky to manipulate or fool. The narcissist knows this and usually tries to steer clear, either by avoiding contact or by plotting a quick exit if they've already made contact. At the heart of it all is truth, and that's the one thing narcissists can't stand. These authentic individuals stand in stark contrast to everything the narcissist represents. They don't just resist control, they expose it. Truth is a comfort to sincere people, but for narcissists, it's something they'd rather avoid entirely. Those who value honesty don't just practice it themselves. They extend that same respect to everyone around them. When faced with the truth, narcissists don't engage, they retreat. Why? Because authentic people embody everything the narcissist fears and resents. These individuals are capable of disrupting and even stopping the toxic patterns narcissists depend on. Since direct confrontation with honesty is unbearable for narcissists, they often resort to manipulation. Their usual strategy involves planting seeds of doubt, suspicion, or confusion in hopes that someone will buy into their version of reality. If they can't influence the honest person, their next move is to rally others to see that person as a problem, then slowly work to push them out of the picture. Narcissists feel threatened by anyone who makes them feel out of control, and they'll go to great lengths to avoid feeling they're powerless. Those who possess the qualities we discussed today are a narcissist's worst-case scenario. These people hold firm boundaries, refuse to be manipulated, and don't flinch in the face of arrogance. Their steady sense of truth and calmness makes them immune to the narcissist's usual tactics. Their positivity is grounded in something real, a deep appreciation for life, a respectful outlook on the world, and an ability to recognize harmful behavior before it gets too close. And here's the thing. Narcissists are powerless against people like this. They simply don't know how to cope and control slips from their grasp. That wraps up today's topic. If you have any thoughts or questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Thanks so much for spending your time here today. If you'd like to stay up to date with our latest content, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. We really appreciate your support. Thank you again.